We are going to talk about the political, social, cultural, and economical aspects of this decade. The Great Depression was an economic collapse in North America, Europe, and other industrialized areas of the world that began in 1929 and lasted until 1939. It was the longest and most severe depression ever experienced by the industrialized Western world. Millions of people lost their jobs, and many farmers and businesses were bankrupt. Industrialized nations were all affected in one way or another. In the 1930s, racism was rife. The Great Depression affected jobs in America and made lots of people unemployment. Black males were the first to be affected by the job layoffs. They were expected to leave their jobs for the white people. Racism was particular in the southern states. All other ethnic groups were treated as lower class of citizens.
President Franklin Roosevelt created the New Deal. They were projects that provided jobs for jobless artists and were paid by painting murals on public buildings, but artists needed to promote American culture and art. The Works Progress Administration supported projects for artists, musicians, dancers, and writers. The Farm Security Administration supported photographers. The Federal Theatre Project supported political struggles on the stage by original plays. This project saved thousands of artists.
The human rights advanced and developed a lot, especially in the United States. There was the League of Nations, that was the first international organization whose principal mission was to maintain the world in peace. Totalitarian leaders rose because of dictatorial regimes that were a new form of dictatorship. Totalitarian states were led by a single leader and a single party. Hitler with the Nazi Germany, Stalin in the Soviet Union, Mussolini in Italy, and Franco in Spain.
Hitler achieved to manipulate masses with his speeches. His objective was to turn Nazi Germany into a Third Reich.
People needed to be entertained. People found a way to be entertained, especially if it was cheap. These ways of entertainment through art were dancing marathons, painting, photographing, and murals.
The Great Depression hit Mexican immigrants. Along with the job crisis and food shortages that affected all U.S., workers, Mexican and Mexican Americans had to face an additional threat: deportation. As unemployment swept the U.S., hostility to immigrant workers grew, and the government began a program of repatriating immigrants to Mexico.
The Second World War was caused by European devastation, a struggle of ideologies, militarism, expansionism policies, and unresolved conflicts. It started in 1939 with the German invasion to Poland, with Hitler's Blitzkrieg strategy. There were two blocks: the Axis, conformed by Germany, Italy, and Japan, and the Allies, conformed by United States, Great Britain, France, and the Soviet Union. This war lasted 6 years and was the most destructive war in history. By one estimate, as many as 60 million people may have lost their life.